I recently switched from the Apple Watch SE to the bigger, newer, more expensive Apple Watch Ultra 2, and I've got some thoughts. So I've had the Ultra 2 now for about 6 months, and initially I bought it because I wanted a bigger, more robust watch that I could wear when I'm working out and just for everyday life. And I've worn it literally every single day since then. With that being said, in this video, I want to go over some things that I like about this watch over the normal watch, some things that I don't like, and make sure you stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to be explaining who exactly I feel should buy this watch, and of course, if it's really worth paying the extra money for. Before we start, if I could quickly ask y'all to subscribe to the channel, it really does help the channel grow and it would mean a lot to me. So let's start with the advantages that I've found using the Apple Watch Ultra 2 over the regular Apple Watch. The bigger battery. One of the biggest benefits that I've found using the Apple Watch Ultra 2 is that the bigger battery actually lasts much longer. Previously, I used to have to charge my Apple Watch SE pretty much every single night, maybe every other night, but with this watch, I can easily get away with charging it like 3 times a week. For example, if I'm going on a weekend trip, most of the times I don't even bring my charger because I know I'm not going to need it because the watch is going to last me the whole weekend until I get back. Obviously, use cases may vary. So if you're somebody who spends hours tracking your workouts, using it for navigation, using very battery heavy intensive things, obviously that's going to drain the battery faster. But actually, if you're somebody who uses those features to begin with, a bigger battery might actually be something that you want to go for. The action button. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my absolute favorite thing about the new Apple Watch Ultra 2. And it's something so little, but I literally use it every single day. So I work out with my Apple Watch and I track my workouts, and more specifically, I track my rest times. So I have this button set to immediately start a timer whenever I click it. So literally every time I finish a set, I just click the button and then a stopwatch timer starts. I don't have to think about it. It's become so effortless and it becomes a part of every single workout. And I know it's a small feature. Like I know that you can easily just open the timer and just start a timer. When you get used to a feature like this, it really just makes so much sense. Next up, the design. Personally, I prefer the chunkier and bigger design of the Apple Watch Ultra 2 over the design of the regular Apple Watch. I like the titanium color of it. I like the hints of orange on it. I like the bigger, brighter screen. I think it just looks cooler than the regular Apple Watch, which in my personal opinion kind of just looks basic at this point because I see everybody with it. Of course, looks are subjective, so what I like you could potentially hate, but to me it feels more premium, it feels better built, and it just feels more sturdy than the traditional Apple Watch, which in all honesty it really should because of the price premium. Watchband compatibility. I want to quickly go over this because this is something that I had a question about when I was considering buying the Apple Watch Ultra 2. So if you have old Apple Watch bands, specifically for the bigger size, I think it's like the 44mm, just for the regular Apple Watch, you can still use those on the Apple Watch Ultra 2 and they will fit no problem. So personally, I like how that it's backwards compatible so that I don't have to buy a bunch of new straps because I had quite a bit for my old Apple Watch and I'm using them all right now with the bigger Ultra 2 and I have no problems whatsoever. So those were some of the advantages that I've found using the Apple Watch Ultra 2, but now I want to talk about some of the things that I don't like about it. The versatility of it. When I talk about versatility in this sense, I mean how many settings can you wear the Apple Watch Ultra 2 in? I said before that I do like the design of this watch over the traditional Apple Watch. But with that being said, the Ultra 2 is inherently more sporty looking and more rugged. So it's a little bit more difficult to dress this watch up and make it look elegant. So let's say that you work in a corporate environment where you have to wear suits or it's business casual. Depending on what watch band you have, the Apple Watch Ultra can look a little bit out of place. I find the regular Apple Watch, if you get like a neutral color, is a lot easier to blend into more environments where the Ultra 2 kind of stands out. That could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on the setting that you're in. But for me, for example, when I dress up for a night out or to go to something a little bit more fancy, I don't wear my Apple Watch Ultra at all. I kind of just choose a regular normal watch because oftentimes it just looks better with whatever outfit I'm wearing. The features compared to the price. This is something where it's a little bit more of me just thinking out loud, but I wish they added a little bit more features to the Ultra compared to the regular Apple Watch that justify the price jump a little bit more. Like, to be fully honest with you, the only real features are the different design and the side button that are worth talking about in my opinion. I want to see something a little bit more, and this is a little bit of conceptual talk because I really don't know what features I'd like to see, but I just feel like the difference in the features from the regular Apple Watch compared to the Apple Watch Ultra, they're not game changing and they don't really justify that big of a price difference. So who is this watch for? If you're a very active person, always working out, going for hikes, swimming, outdoors, basically anything athletic, I believe that you'll really enjoy this watch with the more athletic and rugged build to it. Or if you're someone that believes that the regular Apple Watch might be just a little bit too small for you, or maybe you think that the design is too basic because you you see it literally everywhere, you're also gonna like this watch and I can wholeheartedly recommend it to you. But if you're someone on a budget and you just want an Apple Watch for the basic features like the notifications, syncing with your iPhone, and the just normal health tracking, then don't get this watch. Save your money, get an Apple Watch SE because that's all you're really gonna need. Also, if you're buying this watch for your parents or your kids and they don't fall under those buckets that I mentioned previously, the regular Apple Watch is going to be just fine for you and you won't regret your purchase. And now, as promised, let's answer the question on if it's worth paying more for the Apple Watch Ultra. Now, I'm not going to give you a fluff answer like, oh, it depends or it's really up to you. I've outlined who I think it's for, but here's my answer to the question. No, the Apple Watch Ultra is not worth paying that much more for. For a majority of people, the regular Apple Watch will be just fine. They do mostly the same thing. They can still track your workouts and your health. And at the end of the day, they're all just Apple Watches too. But if you're someone who knows exactly the reason why you want an Apple Watch Ultra, then it is a good purchase. You won't regret buying it, but just make sure that you actually know why you want it. So I'll give you an example because for me, those were the rugged and athletic design and the bigger battery life. So I hope this video helped you in your decision-making process. And if it did, please drop this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. My name is Aryan. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.